just enough to make you smile, and you need me to hold you close, and all your fears that you dream of will disappear and flutter on. Whoa, hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Let go of the riddle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand. Hold on, stop. Hold on, stop. Just look on, and I'll look down, and all your fears around the ground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something more than a closed door flat on the floor. I can offer so much more. All I ever wanted was to feel at ease. All I ever needed was to get up off my feet. 'Cause I believe in love. Hold on just a little. We'll meet right here in the middle ground is where we'll stand. Let go of the riddle, 'cause you'll find life is a riddle that we're not meant to understand. Hold on, stop. Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out.
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our clouds when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. bass guitar. Simmer down and mess me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. And I drive me around in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep money. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes sound funny, my tongue tied up running. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Hold on.
I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away.
Welcome everybody to the WLE 10K second day of the upper bracket quarterfinals. Today we've got ourselves Run Shark White up against Berserkers. After we saw yesterday ATK take on Tribe Simba, which was a clean 2-0 for ATK, and they move on in the upper brackets, and Tribe Simba get knocked down below. Today I've got Olympus here beside me. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you, Sunset?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty excited to get into this game as well. We got Cafe, Oregon, and Clubhouse if a third map is needed. So, pretty interesting maps, but we are yet to see Theme Park, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's always the same maps here in the South African scene. Teams tend to favor Oregon quite a lot, actually. It's always the same story, Cafe, Clubhouse, Oregon. But nonetheless, they're interesting maps. There is a reason they are that prevalent, and I think that they are fun maps to play from a competitive standpoint. If you're an OG, if you're here from the very beginning, you'll remember a time when playing even House was in ranked, and that wasn't fun on a competitive scene whatsoever.
That was hilarious. Right? What's it? The playing Ducks in the first ever invitationals, the grand finals was on House as well. No,
oh yeah.
that was very interesting to watch. Anyway, we've got ourselves Cafe here first. Thatcher on the ban, and on the attack, what ban do you think here? What ban are you giving me?
I always get these bans wrong, but let me say Jackal.
Jackal, okay. Monty, alright.
I knew it.
I'm gonna have to go with this one being Mira.
Yeah, I'll go with Mira as well. And then I think the last one is either gonna be a Valk or an Echo.
Melusi. Something like that. I'm gonna say Mira here and then Melusi at the end.
We'll see. Melusi has been getting a lot of playtime, so I don't think she's going to be banned.
Alright, so let's see. Let's see if we do get a Melusi ban, or if we're going to be seeing something like a Valk or a... Who else did you say?
I said either Valk or Echo. So let's see. Melusi has been getting so much playtime, I doubt she'll get banned. She's been so influential in how rounds are being played out. So yeah, we will be definitely seeing her on this Cafe map. Of course, this is the first in a best of 3 here as we continue with the WLE 10K. Ranchak White going against Berserkers, and Ranchak White will be starting on attack, and then our defense will be Bar and Cocktail first. Let's talk about predictions, Sunset, because I think this is going to be a difficult one to predict. Berserkers in the group stages played against Dark Esports, the team from Mauritius, and they lost that 7-5. It was a close matchup, as is evidenced by the scoreline, and it was on Clubhouse where Berserkers started on defense. So I wonder whether that plays into how this one is gonna go. Because looking at the other match they played in the group stages against War X, they won that 7-1 on Coastline, and they started that on defense. So looking at that, what does that tell you, Sunset?
I'm gonna have to say Runshark White take this series 2-0, because they did verse each other before in the medal state, and Runshark White took the game 7-2 or 7-1, something like that. So we have seen Runshark White take Berserkers on before, and they did come out victorious. And it was on this map as well, Cafe. So we're going to have to see if Berserkers were able to adapt during that time, or if we're going to be seeing another run over by Runshark.
Attackers are heading out.
Right, yeah. Also looking at Runshark White's performance in this tournament, they beat the Coffers 7-0, and then also went on to beat Vibin Esports 7-4. So a lot of my hopes are on Runshark White to take this, and I think we're agreed on that one.
I think we are agreed. Is Greedy AFK? I think Greedy might be AFK. That's not great. But we see Vlad putting out Nomads, watching any runouts coming out from the defenders. We didn't see many runouts in yesterday's game on this map with ATK versus Tribesman. We just saw James playing hyper aggressive and winning all the gunfights. Great drone by Vlad.
That's an oopsie there by
That's why we
Vlad.
picked
So he's
him up.
gonna have to waste a few seconds trying to retrieve his drone and then getting it back into position. And when you're on attack, time is not something that you want to be taking for granted there. It doesn't look like that is the case for the rest of Runshark White, though, as they are setting themselves up for this very standard template, this very cookie cutter of an attack. But they are struggling with their drones a little
The
bit.
drones are insane.
They're struggling with the drones a little bit, but they're doing, what the attack should be doing when taking this. So getting control of Piano, getting control of Top Red, and it appears they are successful in getting rid of that shield there on Pixel. So good time management from Runshark White.
Alright, there we go. The Pixel is finally free as Runshark are able to take control of Piano with 1 minute 30 on the clock. A fairly default round looking at to be, but Newek, great shot as he takes out the my boss shot. I don't know how to pronounce it, I'm just gonna call him boss. He takes one, and Rich Boy gets a refrag onto Vlad, and that is a Nomad off the board, and Greedy falls to Blood Rain. But great shot from Patat as he picks up Rich Boy, and Newek picks up a double for himself, and it's a 3 versus 2 with 1 minute and 10 seconds on the clock, so they still got time, both of these teams. Very equally matched right now. Newek positioned on these white states, he could get a very big influential flank for this round, as they know exactly where these two players are. One inside a freeze and one inside a cocktail. They do know that Newek is on these white stairs, though, and we'll have to see if anyone's going to peek. One goes down, that's Blackstone to fall, and it's down to Patat and Newek, the duo, as Patat takes a little bit of damage here, and he is able to best Miss Flick, and it's all down to Blood Rain. But Newek picks him up, and that is the first round on the board for Runshark White. There we go.
Runshark White leading the way here on Cafe, starting things off with a very convincing attacking round. They did what they had to do on the Red Stairs and in Piano, and they were straight up winning a lot of their gunfights. But one point of criticism I do have for them is how they were kind of missing their drones. I don't know whether they were fat fingering them or they didn't know exactly where to place them. And we saw quite a few actually getting caught by mute jammers, so maybe that's something they need to work on. However, on the side of Berserkers, they did well. It was a well set up defense, and they had a good refrag game as well. I think they just suffered there in the end where Miss Flick tried to challenge with the UMP. It's a low damage, low fire rate weapon going against Zophia's M762. I don't know if that was the best idea, but I can kind of understand why Miss Flick would have made such a play, because it's 2v2 and time's running low. You have to get aggressive to at least even things out for yourself there. And anyway, the UMP45 got a buff when it got access to some of those newer sites, so maybe I was feeling confident in challenging such a long distance fight.
It was a pretty well fought out battle, but in the end, Runshark White did pick it up in the end. And well, we're gonna go back upstairs as Berserkers try and perfect the defense up here, see if they can this time beat out Run Shark on this upstairs top floor defense. We're seeing Vlad back on that Nomad, seeing if he's gonna be able to be a little bit more influential this round, as he was just not very good at droning and killing last round, but he doesn't have to do much, because you have Niwek, and Niwek is very good at killing people in this tournament, as we know. He went 18-2 when they versed Berserkers, actually.
My goodness.
And then yesterday against Viben, I think he went 16 and something. So he's been good recently, but against Vanguard he did go negative. Let's not forget about that. He went 4 and 5, so that was very funny. And a C4
Ooh.
blown out from the hatch, but it doesn't miss with that, as he gets a little bit of a scare, and Greedy now drops, picking up that loot jam, and he knows that there's someone there, and there it is, there's the kill. Blood Rain falls and doesn't mute off the board. That was that C4 being thrown, and he had no time to retreat as Greedy picks him up, and that's an early lead for Run Shark White.
That was a very well-placed wallbang there, coming out from the side of Greedy, and while we're on him, I want to talk about how he's playing the Claymore on Jackal and not the Smokes, because we're past the meta where Smokes was super important to getting the execute down, and when you want to get your, what should I call it, your flanks secured, I think a Claymore is a good option to bring there. Though it looks like he was taken down there without getting much utility out of his kit as a Jackal. And speaking of utility, Blackstone is struggling here to get into Red Wall. Last round they were able to get so much control of this side of the map so quickly, but now it looks like time is not so much on their side. And neither are numbers, as they fall one by one. Bass gets his kill onto its Patat, and more utility is just being cleared off the board there for Berserkers.
That is a great frag, picking up the Jackal and the Zofia now. Sorry, just blanked out there. And I'm not too sure what they're trying to flash, as Pixel is clear. Oh, they're trying to clear out just any more Wamais and ADS so that they can get these walls, because I know that frustration when you're trying to throw your Selma and it just gets zapped down by an ADS. There is a person positioned inside of the bathroom right now, and that is Bass. He's going to go for a wide swing, but doesn't find anything, so he's just going to retreat back to stacks. Trying to spray that wall, but that is a non-wall bang on the wall. And, well, there it is. It's 30 seconds on the clock, and this round is looking a lot better for the Berserkers. It's Vlad, but as I said, Niwek, as he is just on that Ash. He's in sight, and he great shot on miss flick. He gets flicked, and he's stopped with the pistol. And look at his positioning. Both of the players are downstairs, and he picks up another kill for himself with the pistol. It's Kiss all down to deny. He's downstairs, or Kiss, sorry. And the plan is going down. 15 seconds. He has to go upstairs, but there is a Nomad and a. Okay, he gets it. But now this air jab is just going to probably fly. Oh, he's able to get both of them, but there is. They know exactly where he is, and he's going to get taken out. Oh, he's trying to go for the one tap right now, Niwek. And he lands, and that bullet takes out half HP, and Vlad picks it up. And that is a very, very strong round from Run Shark White. Niwek just stepped out, said, "Alright, we're on the backhand, give me my pistol."
Nivek, my goodness, he is the man we were talking about at the start of the round. How he's able to just get kills where he needs to. And he's doing absolutely wonderful things as Ash should be doing there. I want to mention, though, that maybe Berserkers are struggling a little bit in terms of their fragging game, because they also have a very potent fragger in the name of Fish. And notably, he's not present for this match. Fish, I think, is competing with Nivek in terms of how many kills they both have in total so far, because Fish, just on the end of that first weekend, at the end of the group stages, he had a combined total of more than 30 kills, if my mathematics is correct.
I think you're right.
Yeah, so maybe if they did have Fish, they would be faring a little bit better in the fragging capability here, because I think that's what they're lacking. They did show us in the first round that they could get refrags, but that second round they were just simply unable to stop Nivek, and he ran away with them.
That is 2 triple kills on the board for him. You see, BDS have Shaiko, and we have Niwek. That is potato, you know? That's
absolutely.
You put him on the Ash, put him on the Jaeger, he just goes, does his thing, gets a couple kills, dies, gets angry. That's how it goes with the fraggers, you know? But, yeah, that's 2 rounds on the board for Run Shark White, and that was both of the top floor sites being beaten out. So now Berserkers are going to go right downstairs, and hopefully they can change something up here. They do bring the Bandit alongside the Wamai and the Jaeger, so there's going to be a good amount of denial of these grenades, and then also the Smoke and the Legion. So fairly a fairly more so like expanding on the standard setup that you get downstairs with this Legion. I actually like the Legion on this downstairs site because there's so many angles that you can get pushed from downstairs, so Legion is just very good for slowing everything down. And it looks like we're going to be seeing a top floor down from Runshark White, as they do spot out Jaeger, and that is going to be Mistflick upstairs, having a little bit of trouble shooting Blackstone, and he is just going to keep droning, and
How
finally,
is that dude still alive?
but look at this, the drone was perfect, because now look, they've gotten all the chance here to just flood this top floor side, and these two defenders are just getting, they're getting bullets raining down everywhere right now, and Greedy trying to get a wall bang, and he picks up, no, he doesn't pick it up just yet, and there it is, the kill. Vlad picks him up in the end. Not too sure why he stops the shotgun there. That is not a good idea with a shotgun. But Mistflick, he picks up Blackstone, and he wasn't able to shoot his drone, but he's able to shoot his head. And Nivek picks up Mistflick. That is the refrag. 4 versus 3, 1 minute 45 on the clock. And this is just a storming, an absolute SWAT storm from Runshark White right now. And they have the vertical control now. They flushed all these defenders back to side. And now, here's how it begins. This is just, they're going to start raining terror from above. See if they can get a pick or two. And they're just going to run downstairs. And there it is. Greedy, like I said, he's going to get a pick from above. That is Bas, the Wamai down. And it's all left up to the Bandit and the Smoke. The tall task there to battle vertically. And the vertical holes are very influential on winning gunfights. But he's just positioning himself up here. And this round, I'm thinking is going to Runshark White. 4 versus 2. Newek still alive, full HP. I just don't think Berserkers are going to be able to prepare for this.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I agree with you, Sunset. Right now, the odds seem to favor Runshark White, but on the side of Berserkers, there is Rich Boy and there is Blood Rain with 2 very capable weapons. It's just about positioning themselves right now and isolating the fights 1v1. Blood Rain tries to go for one, but Nivek is there to shut him down. It's Patat gets the second kill. They're finishing off the last 2 defenders. And the Berserkers are being absolutely stomped right now. And what a shot there to finish that round off. I want to touch on that last round because it was moving so quickly there. I had so much to say, but I couldn't even get to jump in as action was going off all over the place. Sunset was calling it beautifully as it went along. But from that top floor, why was the Jaeger playing there all alone? I guess he had a teammate to help him.
He did have the teammate.
Yeah, but I feel like they were playing a little bit too disconnected from each other.
They were all just positioned around that stacks and that cocktail area, and they were just being forced by 5 attackers. And there's really not much you can do. Legion, I don't think, was able to rotate into that cocktail area and get that hatch open. And in the end, he did get felled by Vlad, I'm pretty sure. And they just got that. Yeah, I think Jaeger just retreated down the stairs as pissed on that Legion, tried to slow them down just a little bit, but he wasn't able to do that, and in the end, it just crumbled like that. They did get a frag, though. That was Blackstone falling, so that was the ace. That was a very big kill, as that was the hard breach off the board, but we just saw Berserkers weren't able to hold on to that and use that advantage to themselves. If we look over to the side of the Berserkers, everyone has 1 kill, where Mystic has 2. So, yeah, the frags just aren't there right now. Newek is 8 for 0 right now, and the closest to him is Patat, who is 3-1.
Yeah, going back to what we were talking about, Fish not being able to show up today for Berserker could spell danger for them as their fragging capabilities are struggling a little bit here. We're still in round 4 though, so there is a lot of opportunity and a lot of time for Berserkers to make a comeback here, but they need to start doing so this round. Going into the next round with Runshark White being 4-0 up, it will start to look a bit too desperate for Berserker's liking. And going into this round, I think we're going to see a repeat of last round. We saw what was an absolute flooding of Runshark White, just clearing out that top floor super quickly, awesome time control coming out from their side, and then they moved over to the second floor on the side of mining and dining, and it looks like that's what they're going to be doing here as well. Nivek, as the Ashi is the spearhead of this attack, makes sure there's no one upstairs, and It's Patat makes sure that Miss Flick is on the ground for this round. And the one with the most kills on the side of Berserkers is not going to be getting any more this round. It's starting to look desperate, I think.
Oh, no, he just missed him. He was putting up a barricade. Patat could have gotten a free kill there, but it looks like he's going to get it regardless. No, oh, that is so close as Blood Rain. If Patat was a little bit more forward, he would have seen he was barricading the door and Blood Rain would be bested, but in the end, Niwek picks him up, and Niwek is 9-0 right now. 5 versus 3. So much time on the board, so much utility still. I just don't think Berserkers have any answers to anything Runshock is putting on the board right now. And right now, all they're putting down is Niwek, and Niwek is putting down players. And getting these numbers up, getting his stats up, and getting Runshock these rounds, the influential rounds, the influential kills, and it's just proving to be a little bit too much right now for Berserkers, as Vlad is running around with his pistol, trying to get a cheeky one-tap, but not being provided with anything. 1 minute on the clock, we've got all these vertical holes which Potato is just going to be playing on. And see, now we've got the flooding of the site. They do still have the smokes, but the plant is going down. Greedy runs on into the site, and he's taken down by Kist. We need to see Deny wake up. We need to see Kist wake up here, because we know we've seen him play very well, and we've seen him do big things for this team. And Rich Boy takes a little bit of damage, and it's all down to, it's a 3 versus 4 now in favor of Runshock White, but the diffuser is down. So it looks like Niwek is going to be bested for the first time this game as Vlad falls as well. And look at this, it's a 2 versus 3 all of a sudden. 25 seconds, and there it is, Niwek. First death. Patat's still above though as he picks up the Legion. There it is, the vertical holes proving to be a big thing. And Rich Boy, he's bested by Blackstone. This round is over. Bars, he's not going to be able to do anything. As Patat is still above, he's going to be getting taken out right now. And nah, he's just testing it, but he's not going to be able to find anything. No shots connecting from anyone right now. And there's no time. That's the round.
That is the round indeed, as Runshock White have shown us quite a dominant flooding of the site. There are 2 rounds in a row. They did what they needed to do, and it's pretty much the exact same thing as they did in round number 3. They started on the top floor where there was absolutely no control from the Berserkers, cleared that out in 15 seconds, and then moved over to mining, dining, and the trains area of the map. They established vertical control, they established flank control, which I don't think there were any flanks coming out from the side of Berserkers, because a lot of them were holed up on site.
Can we get a tab real quick? Okay, it does say that, I'm not sure who we're missing. I think it's Rich Boy. Okay, there he is. He just was not showing up. But look at that. Niwek is 9 for 1 right now, followed by Patat, who is 5 for 1, I think. Or if we can just tab one more time. Yeah, Patat 5 for 1, and then the rest of them 2. And look at the frags. It's Bas, who's 3 for 4, and then Misflick and Kiss, who have 2 of their own. We need to see at least one of these players wake up right now, because everyone is sleeping. But the thing is, I don't think they're going to be able to, because Runshock is just shutting it down before it gets started up. And that's the thing with the Romers, that they're getting singled out, and as good as you are, you're not going to be able to take out 5 at the same time. And we go back upstairs. No, we're not going to be going back upstairs. This is upstairs.
We are actually upstairs, yeah. The site is in Bark upstairs.
Is it?
Is it? Unless they changed it.
It is, okay.
Yeah,
I thought it could have been reading, but then I saw them reinforcing. You don't reinforce red for reading. So yeah, we're going to be seeing upstairs again. And hopefully this time they can make something work. You've seen the attacks of Runshock White, you've seen what they tend to do, and we'll see if Berserkers can adapt to that.
Runshock White seem to have found a formula that is working wonders against Berserkers, and right now Berserkers have no answer, like you said, Sunset. Something needs to happen here. We need to see some more of these players getting in on the action. And I think that Runshock White are winning out simply because of how well coordinated they are. Look at the last 2 rounds. They take control of the top floor in 10 seconds. They move on to the second one, establish vertical control, and there's just simply no answer coming out from Berserkers. There are no flanks, they don't have any extensions of themselves roaming on, say, the floor above the site, and it's just all Berserkers right now, though, as Bas gets the first kill onto Nivek, and that's huge. That's influential. Nivek has been fragging his mind out, and it looks like he's not going to be doing that this round anymore. And neither is it's Patatas. He's taken out by a C4. I'm not sure where from. Greedy is also on very low HP. So it looks like the answer right now is aggression. Berserkers need to be a bit more aggressive. And it looks like Runshock White are not prepared for that right now.
It doesn't look like it indeed. They were just pushing, and then they weren't expecting to be pushed back. But that's exactly what Boss and Miss Flick did. They pushed back. And Greedy, he looks like he's going to be going for a cheeky little kill here, and he is unable to pick up. Very close. Oh, just taking off his shoulder, but no kill, no cigar just yet. Vlad, though, he could be granted with a kill here. No, that's through the hot wall. But they need to get this mute jammer down if they want to get this wall open. The thing is, the Ash and the Zofia off the board, so they can't even go below. And yeah, Greedy, he's...
How did he get down?
I think... Maybe
I think it's
reset
the
by
goo
Blackstone?
mine. I think he stepped in a goo mine because they had the Q and then he
It's
was
bullet
immediately
holes.
down.
The bullet holes, the headshot! Oh!
What
Where's
are
the
we
headshot?
doing here?
And he's still in there. He's still just going prone in those holes, and he's not going to expect it. And he's actually Blackstone off it. What the hell is going on? Blackstone put on to like 5 HP. He's making sure he's dead. This time he's not taking any chances. Vlad, he's positioned up on the skylight, but look at the HP of the attackers. Blackstone on 5, Greedy on 20, and Vlad on 100. But the thing is, the defenders have so much more HP, and they have the time advantage. Greedy is going to overlook the person on the hatch, and he's bested. That's Misflick become a kill for himself, and it's a 2 versus 4.
It's looking like this is the best round Berserkers have had so far, and they couldn't have been in a better position to win than they are now, as Misflick is on a triple. It's all up to Blackstone, who is on 5 HP and a dream. He has 4 players of Berserkers to get through and to get the diffuser down, not to mention the Kuma is still up, but none of those matters, as Bass is there to take him off, and Berserkers get the first round on the board.
That is the first round on the board for Berserkers. Finally, a 4-1 scoreline right now as we head into the last round of this half, which we will see probably being played on Kitchen yet again, or Reading Room, and it is going to be Kitchen. We do need a pause, though, as the tactical timeout comes from Run Shark White. Probably just going to try and stop the momentum from Berserkers that they picked up around, and we did see Misflick finally waking up. That's what we said we needed. We needed to see that. And it looks like Newek is getting Soundbug, and that is not a good thing. Soundbug sucks.
Right, okay. So it looks like Nivek will be restarting his game to get rid of that Soundbug, but while we wait for him here, we can look at the trend that has been developing for Run Shark White, and it is aggression. So they have been the aggressors. They have been the ones busting into the map, taking map control away from Berserkers, and Berserkers just falling back to site. But that last round was not a continuation of that trend, as the early aggression came out from the side of Berserkers. They were the ones who were there to take fights when Ranchak White wasn't expecting there to be anyone to fight them back. And it looked like it worked for them, as they got 2 very impactful frags at the very early stages of the round. Its Patat was gone, Nivek was gone. That's the Zofia and the Ash. Also, not to mention 2 of the best players on that squad. So that, in the end, helped them to secure themselves the first round.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, the pause is going to come out. Sandbug, I'm not too sure if that is going to be coming back into the game, because that sucks. And we've probably all experienced it at least once, so nobody likes that. And I've also been having a couple little bugs like that where I'm not too sure where the sound is coming from. But yeah, Ubisoft needs to solve their sound system. They did get a new one, I'm pretty sure. But it just looks like that one is also falling right now, which is not too great. But right now, Berserkers are falling. 4-1. They're falling a little bit behind, but the thing is, it's not to fear for their lives just yet, as this is a best of 3. We're going to be seeing Oregon after this, which is going to be exciting. And speaking of exciting things, we're actually having a giveaway. So if you guys head over to our Twitter page, World League ESP, and go to the pinned comment, you can find our giveaway there. As you give your prediction for who wins the tournament, and if you get it right, you'll be put into a draw for a very clean mouse pad and a very clean shirt, sponsored by WLE. And stay tuned for more giveaways to come. Tomorrow's stream will probably be revealing a few more. I'm not entirely sure, so I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to be seeing a few giveaways. Newek is returned, as we're probably going to get back into action very soon. And what are you feeling right now, Olympus? What are you seeing?
I just want to get back into the action because I'm so excited about how these 2 teams are playing against each other. I love the aggression that's coming out from Ranchak White. I love how they are so coordinated and they're working like a well-oiled machine. On the side of Berserkers, though, I'm liking the resistance that they're putting up. Last round was the start of that. A very good showing of them adapting to Ranchak White. So they were there to put aggression when Ranchak White wasn't expecting there to be any aggression. And Maybe that's the answer they needed to find. The question now for me, though, is it too late? Is it a bit too late in the map to be finding an answer, as the scoreline is 4-1 in the favor of
Defenders,
Ranchak
protect your
White?
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Well,
Sorry, I'm back. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Reading Room, not Kitchen, and that is probably my favorite site on this map. Is my mic better? Okay, cool. Yeah, we're going to be seeing Reading Room, and I'm not... Oh, wait, someone left.
As soon as Nivek came back, it seems like someone from
Rich Boy left.
Berserkers disappeared.
We don't know either. That's never a good thing when you don't know what happened to your teammate.
Discovered the location
Ouch.
of the bomb.
Fortunate.
And that's definitely not what you want to be seeing right now. Rich Boy is back, but this round is going to be a 4 versus 5 in favor of Runshot White,
Heading out to defuse a bomb.
which is not a good thing. They need the numbers advantage. They need every man they can have, because it just seems like Runshot is running all over them, and the numbers is a very big thing. So I didn't even see I made that pun. Alright, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about numbers, though, because Reading Room, you said, is your favorite site on this map?
Yes, it is probably the most one site in this map. It is an insane site if you're able to play correctly, but if not, it's very easy to get collapsed upon. If the attackers are able to get control of this pillars area and vertical holes, Plant can go down very easily. It's almost impossible to retake.
Yeah, it is the site that has the best defender win rate on Cafe. And like you said, it depends so much on the setup that comes out from the defense. And that, I think, might favor Berserkers to win it, despite them being a man down. So right now, do you think aggression is the name of the game? Do they need to get a bit aggressive? Ooh! The castle runs away with his life there. He almost got caught out. But the aggression is coming out from Ranchak White. They're just taking map control and chasing these defenders away onto White stairs. Oh, he's a castle behind the corner down stacks, but Nevek is supreme. He gets the headshot there. Going for a second one here on Kist. White stairs. He decides to fall back onto site, which I think is the play to make here. Blood Rain, however, put on such low HP, is able to get a kill though onto Blackstone. Things not as even as Berserkers would like them to be, but a little bit better.
This is what I was saying. How if you're able to get this top floor control and get after that get control of pillars, it's so easy to just get collapsed on just like that. Blood Rain walks straight on into Patat's crosshair, but Misflick is fighting back, and this round is a 2 versus 2. Kissed on really low HP, but they're getting it as close as can be right now, and this is a very tight angle. I'm not too sure if Misflick is going to wander on into Patat's crosshair, but yeah, 1 minute on the clock. This round could go either way. It's just who's going to get a frag here, and Patat staying alive. They somehow Misflick missing every single one of his shots. The control in favor of Runshot White. But this could be a massive flank being put out from Misflick. I'm not sure if they know. They do know where he is now, as he and Patat are trading out a couple shots. The Fuser does come down. 45 seconds for this retake, and he's going to just run around the pillar side. Going to try and find Vlad, pick him up, and maybe try and bait out. There it is. That is Vlad down. Double kill for Misflick. He's stepping up big for his team here. 30 seconds on the board, and it's Patat. But he's going for a counter flank. But he knows. They know exactly where Patat is, and there's the swing, and he wins it out. He wins it out, and that is the defuse coming down. That is insane.
Miss Flick coming out of there with a huge 3K. He's able to flick onto the heads of the Sledge and the Zofia, bringing back that round from the jaws of Ranchak White. They were so close to winning it. We were in a post-plant situation. It was a 1v2.
I'm all this shit with the worst gun in the game.
Somehow, Berserkers
he's
are
Canadian.
still in it.
He is Canadian. He is old as poop with the worst gun in the game. What can I say other than that? Insane plays from Misflick, and I'm not too sure you're expecting that from him, but he did wake up in the round before, and he's proving that he's ready here. He's warmed up, and now we've got a game in our hands. Runshot White take the half 4-2 as they go into defense now. So we will have to see if they can break the momentum right now, because that's 2 rounds in a row for Berserkers. And if they can win this one more round, I definitely think Runshot White will be getting a little bit scared.
Talking about momentum, we did have a pause there as Nivek was having some trouble with his sound. And I would expect that when you're just off the back of winning one round, and then you get a big pause that lasts as long as that one did, the fire that was building in the hearts of Berserkers would be
10 seconds left.
less aggressive going into that round after the break. Oh, and look at these players.
5 seconds.
Oh, that's so satisfying.
Very.
To see people reinforcing at the same time. But anyway, it seems like that pause didn't have any influence on the momentum from Berserkers, as like you said, 2 rounds in a row, hugely because of misclick there with that massive 3K clutch in a post-plant situation 1v2. That's going into the highlight reel for sure. And he's also the top fragger for his team, 8-4. Is doing all he can to put his teammates on his back and to carry them into victory. We switch sides here in round number 7. Runshark White are now on defense, and they start us off with the top floor, Cocktail and Bar, as starts things off there. Kist takes out Nivik, and that's huge. This is huge. Every time we've seen Nivik fall, it's been a sigh of relief for Berserkers.
It is a very big thing. As soon as you see Nivek off the board, they're like, yay, okay, cool. But yeah, Misflick is actually the sub for Berserkers, the stand-in sub. So that's a good sub. They know exactly where the smoke is and how he's going to be playing it. So he just needs to be very careful because he does not have the best gun in the game. SMG-11 is a very good gun, but long-range gunfights are tough to win due to the recoil and the very low damage capacity in that gun. But we'll see if he's able to hold on to it there as he takes out a drone. And now we're going to be seeing a little bit of a piano push here from Kist on that R4C with Ash. This is going to be an interesting gunfight. We're going to see if Greedy can win, but he does take nuked from below and smoked out. There goes Ash. Turned to dust.
Runshark White were ready for that. Did you see? And they're ready for the second one as well. It's such a beautiful setup coming out from here. Will we see a third kill from the same spot in Ticket? They had that read down like a book. And another C4 gets Blood Rain. This is just amazing to watch, to see how prepared Runshark White were for Berserkers, as now it's just one left. Misflick, he was the big man of the last round. He's left in another clutch situation. It's a 1v4, and they're all rushing him from all angles. He's not able to find a Blackstone. Comes down from the top of Red Stairs there. And, okay, momentum, we're talking about it. Momentum no more. It's back in the hands of Runshark White.
We saw a little bit of strats coming out there from Runshark White, showing finally that they do have strats actually, and it's not all just running around and Newick getting kills. So at least good C4. I think there was 2 C4 kills. One was a down, and Greedy with the smoke picked it up in the end. And then Patat was playing with those vertical holes, waiting for someone else to vault in, and he picked up another like that. And it was just a massive round for Runshark. They needed that round to break the momentum of the Berserkers, and that's exactly what they did. 5-2. Berserkers, at least they're getting rounds on the board.
At least it's not a clean 7-0 like we saw 80k absolutely chew into Tribe Simba yesterday on this very same map. It was rather disappointing to watch, I guess, because I personally am friends with one of the support staff of Tribe Simba. But they did kind of show up on their second map. It was, what, a 7-2?
7-2 was the second.
On Villa, no less. But yeah, like you said, it's good that Berserkers are putting some rounds on the board here. I want to see them take this one as well. But given that the site is in Kitchen, Runshark White, they've shown us that last round that they do have the setup to defend. I'm not feeling too confident that Berserkers have an answer to this. Because look at the side of Runshark White. How many C4s do they have? Is that 3?
And I'm pretty sure, since we've seen Runshark play this map quite a lot, we've only seen them lose this site once, and that was against OG. And but the thing is, that is when we had Delphox in the game. Delphox is not playing today, as he's taking a break. So we will see if Delphox is a big influence, and he is a very big influence on the gun. But the thing is, it doesn't matter, because Patat's taking out Blood Rain, and that's the entry frag going in favor of Runshark White, as that is one of the most important operators on this site. The Sledge going down, so that's a lot of vertical play, and Newick going on a run out, and that is the diffuser. So not too great, as we see a lot of aggression coming out from Runshark White. And Berserkers, they're left to just recollect their thoughts and just try and formulate some form of attack right now, because they're 2 minutes on the clock, and there are already 2 people down. We do hear C4 being ripped, but it does miss. Thank goodness that Kist's ears are good. Otherwise, he was going to be blown to ashes yet again. No pun intended.
Don't
And
forget
we know
there's still 2 C4s on the board for Runshock White, so any of them could be connecting. Right now, however, it's a standoff between Nivek and the Ash of Kist. Nivek thinks he finds Bass, and then he's immediately traded out there. Oof.
But the thing is, a 4 versus 2 in favor of the defenders is not a great thing to see. And they don't have the drones or the intel right now, and Vlad and Patat are still to be dealt with on this middle floor. And Kiss is going to walk straight past Vlad. Vlad picks up the kill, and it's all down to Rich Boy. No drones, nothing, and they know where he is. And there it is, Blackstone with the kill, taking him out. Full camps club. Boys, you got to be taking that out.
Berserker's struggling there with their attack, and it looks like what I was saying is the trend here. Runshock White are the more coordinated team. Berserkers were barely able to get into the map before the first one was taken off the board. Blood Rain swung into a window on White Stairs and then got taken out immediately. He didn't even have the chance to influence the round whatsoever. The rest of them, like you said, should have been recollecting their thoughts, but they just kind of kept on getting picked off one by one there. And it's all Nivek all day. He's the man that they're struggling to answer. He got outside for a run out. He got the ace, no less, and the diffuser. And then he went back all the way upstairs. He peeked there with the Ash of Kist, was able to get Bass before he was finally shut down. And look at him. He's doing 12 in 5 right now, running absolute circles around Berserkers. No one is even close to him.
Not close at all. Patat is actually not too far away. He's 9-4-3 right now. And if we just look at this for a second, there's been 9 rounds of play, and Patat has only died 3 times, and Vlad and Blackstone only 4 times each. They're playing their lives and they're playing smart here. It just shows how dominant this game is right now. And if Runshock White are able to win this round, that means that this is going to be the exact same scoreline as we saw last time in the hatch being opened by Nivek, and we're going to be seeing Reading Room Fireplace coming out. And then this will be the 3rd defense, and it could be the final. Misflick taking a little bit of damage, not too sure from where. From the window. Then looking at the wrong window, and it's gonna be Greedy still peeking that, or is it Nivek? Nivek's on the smoke actually. I didn't even notice that, and Greedy's on the Jaeger now. Not too sure why or how that happened. I'm actually confused.
Well, okay, it looks like for now though, Berserkers are able to make something of this attack. They are getting the default stuff open, the hatches, the droning of red, and there is a player up here. I'm not entirely sure who. I think it's Patat who's playing there with his pests. We saw one netting him a drone. No, actually it's the Jaeger of Greedy. So look at how much attention is being focused on these players who are up here. 4 players on the side of Berserkers. Oh, they're just losing drones, man. Greedy is able to find one actually. That's a headshot off onto Blood Rain.
But Greedy, he's taken out by Misflick. Good refrag over there. And yet again, it's the sledge being taken off the board for a very vertical side. That's not a good operator that you want to be losing. And Patat, he's baited out by that drone. Well played by Bass there, as that is 1 less player up top. And I think that might be top floor control. No, there's still 1 above. And it will be Vlad. But if they're able to take out Vlad, I'm definitely seeing them winning this round. He does have that shield being played there. And I'm not too sure if we still have an Ash charge. I don't think there are any more Ash charges to be able to take out this shield. Vlad just watching drones, trying to get a pick here. Great shot into case, and he falls back. That's all it was. And there it is. The shield is going to be taken out very shortly. Good flick, as he's just trickling down the HP of these attackers. Just absolutely pestering them. And a little bit of annoyance with Thorn on the side, and that shield is finally going to be taken out. But the thing is, there's no one there. That is a useless Ash charge, as the shield is gone. But Rich Boy, he's got upstairs, but only 1 minute on the clock. Vlad doing very well to wait time there. Super strong defense coming out from Runshock yet again. But as I said, Blackstone, he's being taken down to about 50 HP, 45 on the clock, and they have to make a collapse onto side. But they don't know where Vlad is, and Vlad knows exactly there's someone there, and he picks up Kiss, and he just goes back downstairs. This is what we like to see. He picks up something, a little bit of damage, falls back, gets a kill, falls back. He knows what he's doing, and he knows when to do it. And look, he's gone. On the other
He
side of the map,
is
he's coming up red.
booking it
booking.
out of there. He wants nothing to do with what is left of the attack of Berserkers. I agree with you, Sunset. He's doing a very good job as the Vigil, wasting time and causing absolute confusion
15
on the
seconds.
side of the Berserkers. We are left here with 15 seconds. Will we be going into a post-plant situation, or will we unshot White shot this right now, right here? Flood is able to get one, but is reflagged there by Bass. There is the smoke there with the shotgun. He gets one. It's left to Flood versus Rich Boy, and the defenders win on time. Runchuck White take the map 7-2. They will be going into this best of 3, 1-0 up.
Good scoreline from Runshock White, 7-2. A little bit of mishaps. It should have been at 7-1, but Miss Flick was able to step up and win that round out with that clutch. But in the end, that's one map for Runshock, and Newick going 13-6, playing really well yet again. We've seen him just that's a 2KD for him, over a 2KD. Miss Flick 9 for 7, the only person going positive for Berserkers. I have no idea. I didn't do it on purpose.
So the scoreline is 7-2. Runshock White. What a dominant showing from them there. Absolutely shutting down all attempts at a victory from Berserkers. But I have to say it was a good attempt from the side of Berserkers, though, especially rounds number 5 and 6 when they were defending Bar and Reading. Yes. I think that they need to tap into that aggression that they showed us there. Instead of letting Runshock White dictate the tempo of the match, take some initiative, take some aggression, and put the round into your hands and dictate how things are going to go. Because whenever they were able to get the first opening picks, things seemed to be so much more in their favor.
It really was. Runshock was just taking the bull by the horns there and controlling the game from every aspect. There was a couple of times that they did let that bull slip, and Berserkers were able to break free of the grip and just win a round or two here and there. But other than that, there was just a lot of control being showed by Runshock, just making sure that they didn't have much breathing room and they were always under pressure, always keeping Berserkers on their feet, making sure that they're moving all the time, literally as well, because there were a lot of C4s being blown up from below them and their knees were being taken out. This time we're going to be seeing Concrete Box Oregon map being played here, and we head on into the action in just a second.
Right, before we get into things, I want to appreciate how well Runshock White were playing on Cafe, especially on rounds number 3 and 4, when Berserkers tried to defend Kitchen unsuccessfully. Runshock White were just there. They took map control so quickly within the first 45 seconds. They had all they needed to start working on the vertical play. They had their flanks locked down. They had the angles in check. They just had everything they needed to absolutely win them the rounds there. For Oregon, though, as we switch into it, it's not a map that depends so much on vertical control. And given that Runshock White will be starting yet again on attack, I'm not too sure whether that's going to trip them up or whether they also have a lot of preparation for maps such as Oregon.
Skincare, guys. Vaseline. Forgot that webcams are on there, not going to lie. And yeah, we're going to be seeing Oregon here. We've seen both of... Have we seen Berserkers play on Oregon? I know we've seen Runshock play against Vanguard on Oregon. That was a clean 7-0 from them. And Blackstone, he's just disappeared from the lobby, so I'm not too sure what's going to be going on there. But we will be getting into the action very shortly. What's your prediction for this map?
Okay, seeing how Runshock White played on Cafe, I'm going to say they will take it again on Oregon. 7-2, maybe if Berserkers try really hard, they can push it to 7-3, maybe even a 7-4. But I think that it's going to be another victory for Runshock White. How about you?
Definitely going to be seeing a victory from Runshock White. I'm fairly certain of that. And like you said, I'm going to have to predict a 7-1, 7-2, something around that. Yeah, I'm going to have to say something around that.
7-1? I don't know. That's kind of a strong prediction to be making. Remember, this is Oregon, which tends to play a little bit defender-sided, and Berserkers are the ones who are starting on defense. So if they're able to win, I don't know, maybe they will go to Laundry first, and then go to Doms. If they're able to win that, that's at least 2 for them. So,
yeah. So hopefully we do see Berserkers putting up rounds, because it's always better to see rounds being put up from the team that is on the back foot right now. And that team is Berserkers. We definitely want to see a little bit of a closer competition than our first map. It was 7-2 in favor of Runshark White on Cafe Dostoevsky. And it just looks like we're going to be waiting for the fifth player of Berserkers.
Absolutely. We'll remind you that this is the upper bracket quarterfinals, and all these matches are best of threes. So the first map was Cafe. It went 7-2 in the favor of Runshark White. The second map that we will be getting into very shortly, as we wait for one player, is Oregon. And then if we do get to a third map, Sunset Remind, I think it's Clubhouse?
Clubhouse. It is Clubhouse.
Yeah,
it is most
it
definitely
will be
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse we actually haven't seen too much of in this tournament just yet. The maps being played a lot are Oregon and Cafe. There's really not been too many other maps being played.
True. And I think that Clubhouse could use a little bit more of play in our tournament, because it's so versatile as a map in terms of how it can be set up. And I don't think we see a lot of that in our scene.
Yeah, we do need to see a little bit more versatility this pool. And I'm not too sure if Chalet being brought in shake things up a little bit, because I know a lot of the top teams right now are stratting and scrimming on that and everything. So I'm fairly certain we're going to be seeing a good amount of high-level Chalet play if that map is brought out, because you're not going to go into Chalet without a plan, because it is a new map.
100%.
It is not a new map, it's just a reworked map, so it's very, very scary to go into that map unprepared.
Absolutely. And do you think it's going to take the route of Villa, where it first comes in and it's a super strat heavy map, it's very strat dependent and very utility dependent, and then over time we see attacks developing counter strats for that?
Definitely, because the thing is, on that map, it is all about that opening walls, getting vertical play. It is like Villa, so it definitely, one team would be able to just run away with a win if they do get that momentum on Villa, on Chalet. And vertical play strat is going to be a big thing, but yet again, the frags are going to be big as well, because there's a lot of open areas in that map, a lot of hallways that you have to win your gunfights, and a lot of points of congestion that will be a very big thing. So it's going to be a little mix of everything.
Right. Talking about new stuff in the scene, I've not seen a lot of Zero. Kind of unfortunately. Why do you think that is?
Sorry?
Zero, Sam Fisher, the main man himself.
Yes.
I've not seen him being played quite a lot in our scene. I think we've seen even more Aruni than we've seen Zero.
So Zero, like I will always say, was a very, very good operator. He brings a lot to the table. Hard breach charges, 4 extra cameras that have a zap to take out util. So in a way, it's a little bit like a fuse to take out that util, but it can only take out one. But you also have that camera on the other end. So it's super strong if you know how to use it. And we did see ATK bring it out against Tribe Simba. Definitely, I do want to be seeing a lot more of him being played, as he brings a lot to the table and also very good guns. So I'm surprised that we haven't been seeing too much of him, and I really do want to see a lot more of him being played.
Absolutely. What we have been seeing, though, is Rooney being brought out, who, when she was first launched, my first reaction, to be honest, was like, not again. This is yet another thing that's just going to be utility dump for the attackers. But it hasn't quite been playing that way. I think Wamai and Jaeger fulfill those roles perfectly well. What I think Aruni does is not so much gets utility off the board of the attackers. I think she wastes their time more, because once you come up against that laser gate, you start to think, well, should we rotate? Should we take our chances trying to get through it?
Rooney is a very, very good operator yet again for slowing stuff down and just getting rid of, because if you're low HP and you have nothing to get through this Rooney gate and low on time, there's nothing you can do. It's unbreakable. There's nothing you can do to get through it. So in situations, it is literally just a game-breaking mechanic. But in other situations, it's also somewhat useless because if you have a flashbang, you can get rid of the Runegate super easily, and it's very situational, but also very strong.
It is, but we should remind you all that once that a Runegate has been deactivated by throwing anything through it, it could be any kind of projectile, any launchable, even a drone, it can be reactivated after a certain period of time if the defenders shoot the little, what can you call it, the nodule at the top. So she definitely can't waste so much time for the side of the defense. But we won't be wasting any more time here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to map number 2, Ranchak White versus Berserkers. It's Oregon. The score right now in this best of 3 is 1-0 in the favor of Ranchak White. So right now is where Berserkers need to make their stand. They need to make their statement and say, hey, we'll not go out of this just yet. We'll take it to a 2-1. Will we? I don't know. There's only one way to find out, and that's getting right into the swing of things. The ban phase is well underway here, and yet again, Thatcher off the board. I'm not entirely surprised at that.
Like you were saying, defense is a big thing. Ranchak White's starting on defense. So that definitely could be a thing to play into their favor. Like you were saying, this map is very defender-sided in certain games. So, yeah, Ranchak White starting on defense is not a good sign for Berserkers. And there's the Jackal off the board. We saw Greedy bullying Berserkers on that Jackal last time, so that is a fair ban. Hopefully the Mirror ban coming out here from Berserkers, because Mirror is a very big thing on this map yet again. And, well, we didn't see Mirror because she was banned last time, but we did see Mirror being played with Vibe and ATK, and there's the Mirror ban, on this map, and that was a very strong piece of utility to have there.
Yeah.
So it's just, you gotta get rid of that Mirror, otherwise you're gonna be hurt.
For sure. This last ban will probably be Valkyrie yet again. I'm pretty sure. If not a Valkyrie, maybe a Maestro. Let's see. It's actually a Clash. And that doesn't shock me, really, because if you remember when ATK were playing on this map, they were playing against Vibin, if I'm not wrong, and they brought the Clash on Sir Pancake, and she was an absolute thorn in the side of the attack of Vibin. They just had no answer for it, especially downstairs in that little elbow in construction. My goodness, they were not able to deal with that Clash whatsoever. So her being off the board makes things a lot easier for Berserkers as they start us off on their attack. The defense will be taking us first to the double domes site, and they are set up in a pretty standard way to defend it. The Kaid, Melusi, Jaeger, Ella, and Smoke as well. Do you think we'll be seeing a split attack from Berserkers? Usually when attacking this map, you take Attic and then have someone take games on that master bedroom side. So do you think, Sunset, that's what we're going to be seeing?
I do think we're going to be seeing a split push. Can we quickly just check Patat? I'm not too sure. Oh, wait, no, I want him to whip out his primary so I can see what gun he's running, and it is the shotgun. So we're going to be seeing Ella Shoddy coming out from Patat. And we know Patat likes to be aggressive, so that is a good gun for him to be running, as he's just going to probably peek everything. And try and pick up a couple frags. But the thing is that long range, you're going to be bested, and we're going to be seeing a lot of very great guns being brought out from the side of Berserkers, being the AK, the L8, the other AK, the variant for Zofia, the R4C, and that M4 for Maverick. Some of the best guns in the game, definitely. So if he's not careful, he's definitely going to be taken out. But look at that, the spawn peak with the pistol. He's just showing how confident he is right now, as he drops the hard breacher to about 50 HP, and Nivik playing aggressive downstairs in this lobby area. So very aggressive being played out already in these early stages of the round, of the first round of this map.
That is not good for Berserkers, doubly so because their hard breacher, and I would argue their primary hard breacher is low on HP here. They will be setting themselves up, like I said, to take control of this master bedroom side of the map and then open up that wall into games. Things will be slowed down though for them, as Misflick is felled from the board by a beautifully placed C4 from Nivek. And the Melusi, and he goes big on a triple. He gets 2 on the outside there. and it's just up to Kist and Rich Boy left already so soon into this round, so soon into this map. It's not looking good for Berserkers.
It is not looking great for Berserkers at all right now, and there is the wall being softened up, so Zofia is going to be able to pop that open. But the thing is, it's 5 versus 2, and Newick is ready. He's going to start us out with an ace? Maybe? No? Oh, Rich Boy missing his shots, not timing it correctly, and Nate is going to come out, though. And let's see if that is going to be able to take out Patat. It's not, but he's dropped to about 75, and Greedy picks up down. There's a flawless round.
A flawless round indeed. Not a single one of the players of Ranchak White died. I would say not one of them. Okay, 4 of them didn't take any damage there. It was just Nivek and Patat who were tickled a little bit, not enough to kill them. Nivek, the man of the match, the man we have been watching, he started things off with a beautiful C4 there, getting rid of Misflick, who I would argue is the biggest threat from the side of Berserkers. And then after that, well, we didn't quite catch it on camera, but he got a huge double by running outside, and then things just started falling in on themselves for Berserkers there, as there were only 2 players left in Attic. They didn't have nearly as much map control or manpower that they needed to win that round. So very dominant showing on that first round for Ranchak White.
Yeah, very dominant there. Newick just running wild, and we saw him doing that in the first game. And he's not showing any signs of slowing down. He went 13 in the first game, so right now he's 17-5 or 6. So he's just doing very well right now in a series for himself. But he is just, that's the thing, if you're able to deal with Newick and shut him down early in the round, it is a very winnable round for Berserkers, because although, yes, the rest of the Runshark team is amazing, it just seems like Newick is just showing and just proving to be that a little bit extra that they need right now.
Absolutely. It reminds me of the days when Ella had first been introduced to the game, and she was massively overpowered. She had the strongest gun on defense, and she had much more utility than she does now. And that the plan when you're attacking was first get rid of the Ella, and then we'll see what happens next. So that's kind of how things, I guess, should be on the minds of Berserkers. They should find a way to shut down Nivek first, and then figure out where the attack will go from there. Right now, though, it looks like it's already suffering as Vlad gets one and then immediately traded by Bass. Looking like a rush into sight here. So many bodies on the bottom of the laundry stairs there. Misflick here, though, is in a standoff against its Patat. Whoever moves first surely is the one who will win, as the sound will give him away. Bass, though, however, is wreaking havoc on sight. Misclick looking the wrong way. Misclick is taken out by its Patat, and it's up to him and Vlad to secure this round. It was a rush there by Berserker straight into sight. I'm still curious how the defuse hasn't gotten down. Rich Boy is looking into Freezer, so surely its Patat falls right now to this headshot. So close there, but finally he's gone. It's Vlad, the last man left, who's on such low HP, but it's definitely winnable, as right now it's just Rich Boy left. How was the diffuser not planted? He secures the first one and the second one! What an ending to that round, my goodness! Berserker's so close, yet so far.
That is very unfortunate. Patat showing up there, Misflick caught off guard. It was looking so good, as Vlad has such low HP. They just had to play together, and they did, but Vlad just took advantage of them playing way too close to each other and was able to pick up a double for himself there, and Patat also a double. And I'm not too sure who actually picked up the first kill. Was it a Blackstone? Or was it
pretty
Newick?
Sure it was Nivek who got a kill onto... You know what? I can't remember actually, but I think the first kill was on the side of Ranchak White, and then Bass refragged, and then he went on to get another one. So he was doing well. He did step up. You know, we're seeing how some of these players should show up a little bit. Bass definitely did that round. He got himself 2, and off of that momentum, they pushed themselves inside. I'm just so curious as to why the plant didn't come down so long, yet Blood Rate was there. He was... Okay, so this map, once it got its rework, you can't really plant like behind that washing machine like you used to back in year 1 and 2. But he was close. He was in position to go for a plant, and he did have cover from the Ash that round, but
It was not the Ash. The Ash was on Misflick and he died a lot earlier.
yeah, it was the Yana with the G33.
It was, yeah.
So we could have been seeing a plant coming down, but now we're going to be seeing a Ying being...
Attackers are heading
You
out.
like Ying? She does bring out a lot of utility. Good gun. That LMG is just one of my favorite guns, and I just wish to see it on a different operator, because every time I play Ying for that gun, I get called toxic. So I do want to see another operator being able to play with that gun, because it's such a strong weapon. And
Ooh.
no, that's behind a solid wall. He's not going to pick up anything there. But we are going to be seeing just a fairly default attack coming out here. Going to be getting that wall open probably with that thermite. And Kist missed drones as the person inside of Armory. So that could prove to be fatal to someone. And we're going to be seeing... Is someone playing upstairs? No, someone is just peeking, and that is going to be Newek, which is very normal to see. He's just peeking that... I'm not too familiar with the callout on his side. I'm very sorry about that. But Vlad, he's going to be peeking way too much for Rich Boy as he takes him down. That is the Ying off the board and a lot of utility being taken out there. 2 smokes and 3 candelas. So that is not great to see. That is not a good kill. And Blood Rain, he did get the wall open though. So 2 minutes on the clock. The wall is open and Vlad is taken down by Kist. Great kills coming out, and this is what we like to see. A close round, good amount of time left on the board, and ground being making up by Berserkers here.
Berserkers are definitely stepping up and showing themselves to be worthy of the challenge that Ranchak White is bringing for them. Though they are struggling trying to find something here and opening into this site here, as I believe all the pressure is coming out from this small tower side of the map. Kist is the only one on his lonesome far, far away, and he was in a standoff with Blackstone. Here though, however, Bass is felled. He was taken down by Nivek, I think, and then finished off by Greedy there, making it a 4v3. It's still definitely very winnable, given the angles that Blood Rain is holding right now. And this smoke playing in the bathroom there could get himself killed if he's too aggressive. He did use already 2... Oh, he just used 1. I thought he had used 2 of his smokes. He still has 2 left. He still can make something happen here.
He most definitely can, but Kist is taking a little bit of damage here, and they're very separated. But as I say that, he just separates Blackstone's head from his shoulders. He takes him out.
Ooh.
And it's a 3 versus 3. Low HP for the attackers, and that smoke is still positioned, and Newek still playing very aggressive there, not giving the attackers any form of just ground just yet. And Newek, there it is, he takes out the Ash, and he's just playing very aggressive here. The second smoke coming up, so there's still one more, and it just shows that the aggression here is just too much for Berserkers, as Blood Rain is just stuck behind there. Newek, he's playing very aggressive, thinking that someone's playing upstairs, but it's not. 15 seconds on the clock, no more smokes, and it's all just down to the guns. Blood Rain, I'm not too sure how he's taking damage from that. Newek picks up another, and there's another. So that's 3 kills, shutting down everyone, not giving them any space to breathe, any space to move. And, well, that's the round, and that's what we're saying, that if these attackers aren't able to deal with the aggression and push back, they're just going to get overrun.
Ranchak are definitely running circles around Berserkers here. Nivek on that breach, he was like playing whack-a-mole with the attackers. He picks up, gets one, and then ducks behind again. And he was just too quick on the draw for anyone to be able to deal with him there. And he eventually got himself 3 kills, like you said, which were very impactful in securing them that round. Mostly because Berserkers were playing all of their attention in small tower. I was expecting them to kind of take some bodies upstairs, get some vertical play, maybe attack from that main lobby meeting room side of things, but we didn't see much of that. The only thing we did see though was Kist on the Zofia, and I mean he got 1 kill, but I feel like it came a little bit quite late into the round. That was the Blackstone who was playing the lawyer. However,
yeah, I definitely would have liked to see a little bit of a split push there, because they saw that small tower wasn't going to work out for them, because they were just being pressured so much. So it would have been nice to see them move around, but they still had a thermite charge early on in the round before they decided to use it on that soft wall. So yeah, it's a couple of questionable decisions being made there, and we go back upstairs now. That is a 3-0 in favor of Ranchak, so it's a little piece on the floor, really. He's like trying to... He still doesn't see it. There we go.
it's right beneath his feet.
It's right beneath his feet. Ooh, this could be a pistol spawn pick from Newek. This could be a very good shot, and
the
One tap?
confidence.
Oh,
The
shut down by
confidence
Bas.
doesn't work in his favor. Bass is there to get him. And that is just a textbook example of how being too cocky can cost you your life. That's like in the same line of things when you're the defenders and you're five of you left alive, and then each of you runs out one by one to the attacker who's on the roof, and then you lose the round like that.
Yeah, like on Clubhouse, when you're defending Cash CC and there's someone on the roof peeking at
Yeah.
you one by one by one. That's not great, and that's exactly what Newick did. He peeked it just one too many times, and Bas was able to take him up there. And the ace was actually able to open up something before it got kited. So they have one little bit of a line of sight into the site, and that Malusi's gonna give away Rich Boy's position. So that is not too great. They know exactly where they're coming from, and that is Zofia shouldn't have done that. That's utility off the board, but like Jaeger almost picking up someone, Vlad, as he falls back, and he knows not to repeat that. Blood Drain put him down to 25 HP. Blood Drain picks up Blackstone, and has the kite off the board. 0 for 3 right now. And this round is looking a lot better for Berserkers, as a little bit of damage done from that main window area. And I'm sure Berserkers can make something work here, as Vlad has put tag down, and it's just showing a little bit of too much pressure being put on these defenders right now. Vlad put just below 50 HP, 1 minute 30 on the clock. They don't have direct access into the site just yet. So if they're able to get this wall open, and it does sound like they're going to be able to, not just yet. I'm not too sure what they're opening. I think they're opening up into Attic right now. And these lines of sight are going to prove to be fatal, but Bas, he's taken down, and there it is, misflick. And it's a 3 versus 3 as Bas is on the ground. And it's a 2 versus 3. Vlad 1 HP on the dot as he picks up 2 for himself. So that's going to be 2 very low HP attackers. If he's able to pick them up, that is.
This is the beginning of the end for Berserkers here, as they were looking so well positioned to win themselves this round. They are left with a minute or so to go, and the players being on quite low HP. It doesn't seem like they will be able to pull this one out from the hands of Ranchak White, as they don't have much map control either. Vlad continues to do Vlad things as he finally finishes off Blood Drain. Greedy there gets the kill as Bas finally bleeds out. Rich Boy though is able to find one. Will he find a second there? He's peeking. The client-sided body's in his way. He can't see the It's Patat who's there inside of domes. He decides to rotate here onto this trophy door. But like you said, Sunset, there we have it. The Runegate. Will they matter though, as It's Patat with the MK11 finds one and then kills another. He trades him off. It's all up to Vlad, who's on such low HP. He peeks, but no, Kist is superior there, as he had more bullets than Vlad could survive. And there we go, the first round finally coming out for Berserkers. But I have to say it was very close.
It was very close. Vlad was able to shut that. I don't think Greedy should have ran out there. If he was able to just sit inside, because I'm not too sure if he thought maybe... I think he thought that they were rezzing him, but instead it was actually the person being rezzed inside a master bedroom, and he thought he could get a double kill over there, but no, he ended up just dying to Rich Boy there, which was not good, because he didn't use his smokes just yet. So I would have liked to see him stay inside of the building. And it fell onto a 2v2. Vlad had such low HP, so did Rich Boy, 1 HP, 1 HP, and then Patat was bested by that top white player being Kissed. And that is the round, like you said. First round on the board for Berserkers this map, 3-1. We will be seeing Kids Dorms yet again. And Blackstone swaps onto Vigil. Hopefully you're going to be seeing him get 1 or 2 kills for himself this round.
Protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Alright, so I think we can quite confidently say at this point that there is a trend here. Whenever Nivek is not able to play, his team suffers.
Yeah, that was just a little bit too much aggression over there. We saw 2 people running out.
You think?
And dying. Nivek being bested there by Bas on that spawn peak, and Greedy shouldn't have ran out there, because that round was just... Runshark was on the backhand, but the thing is, that just shows that, like you said, if Newek isn't there, they have a very big chance of winning the round. And that proves to be the trend as they do take that round 1-0.
They did, and let's see if they're going to switch things up a bit here as we're going to round number 5. And for sure they are switching things up here, as there is no crystal spawn pick coming out here. Rich Boy makes sure of that. So Nivek will survive at least the first 15 seconds of this round. He is currently 7-2, doing so well for his team there. Vlad is the second one with 6-2. So if any of those are taken out, it's not going to spell good things, good tidings from the side of... Oh, I actually thought Miss Blick was going to fall all the way and get injured. But that aside, what's more curious to me is why he's running the suppressor on the G8. I don't think I see a lot of that quite often.
I'm not too sure indeed. That gun doesn't do too much damage to begin with, and it just does even
Right.
less with that suppressor. But it does have the high fire rate and that high capacity, and I think Misflick needs that capacity. He's 0 for 5 right now. We saw him whiff last round. Last map, he told me not to tell you guys about this, but he did whiff on the pole. And he told me to remind you that he is a champion player right now. Very good champion player, going 0 and 4. So that is not too great on his part. We saw him being a very big part of Berserker's round wins last time in the other map. And we're going to be seeing Pat getting a bit overzealous here. And that ADS going to just eat up that grenade. And that ADS is not going to be able to do, well, going to be probably brought back because it's a 10-second delay, and then the ADS is back. So I do like that rework, but it's also slightly confusing sometimes. Because you think the 10 seconds have gone by, but it hasn't. And you know what hasn't gone anything? It's Misflick. He's 0 for 5 right now. Not doing too great. And Blackstone, he's also 0 for 4, as Kiss picks him up. So that Roma off the board, 1 minute 30, and this time, not too much aggression being brought out from Runshock, and I like to see this, changing it up. And Niwek, he's going to be able to zap. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. There it is. So now, now the attic is not open to be vaulted in, but it does have a line of sight. And Niwek pushing up, and that is a frag for Rich Boy, but he's tagged to 50 HP. 3 versus 4 in favor of Runshock White. No, 3 versus 4 in favor of Berserkers, but the time is in favor of Runshock White. 55 seconds on the clock, but the breach is open now. Kist is below, Vlad taking some damage here, and this round looking very good for Berserkers, but as I say, that greedy, he's taken Rich Boy off the board. Oh, it's just back and forth with these teams right now. 40 seconds on the clock, a good pre-fire, but unable to connect onto anything. Vlad, 50 HP. Kiss, he's going to be on this position yet again, but Vlad, there it is, that 50 HP not being enough as he's taken out by Bass. It's Patat and Greedy left in the 2 versus 3 clutch. The ADS is being picked up there. Greedy, and it's all 1 versus 3, sorry. Patat, we've seen him do big things before, but is this going to be big enough? And he picks up the diffuser, 15 seconds on the clock, and that is a massive kill. They needed that kill, but Kiss trades with Patat, and that is a second round for Berserkers now. 3-2, it's close.
Yo, this is definitely a much closer map than Cafe was, absolutely. That round, I think, in the grand scheme of things, it went well for Berserkers, but personally, there were so many things I was looking at and I was just like, come on, boys, you can't be doing that. For example, when Rich Boy tossed a nade to get rid of the Melusi Banshee, but it got eaten up, I was like, come on, guys, you have flashbangs, you have Ash, you know, shoot something in there to get rid of it. But like you said, Sunset, that rework, it can be a bit confusing, getting the timing of when that ADS has been reactivated. Though I do think that it was a good change, because right now it's forcing both the defenders and the attackers to think, right? Because previously it was just you set and forget that device. But right now you have to keep in your mind the thought that says, oh wait, if it's not yet 10 seconds, I could get naded out, so I should probably move. And I think that anything that makes the game mechanic in such a way that the player is more engaged is a good thing.
It is a good thing right now, working in favor of Berserkers 3-2. They have doubled their amount of points before, so now it's 4. They have 4 in total, whereas Runshock has 10, but it's getting a lot closer, and I'm liking this half already from Berserkers. If they're able to win this round, a 3-3 half is insane, and we could actually be seeing Runshock losing their first map of the tournament.
I don't know, maybe we could. And like we were saying before the start of this map, Oregon is quite defender-sided. Add that to the fact that Runshock White are the ones starting on defense, things don't look good for Berserkers. But right now, they are coming in to round number 6 with the momentum of the last 2 rounds they have in the bag. And it's looking like it's going to be such a much closer map than Cafe was. Definitely. Whoa! Where did that come from?
That was Patat Armory, I think. He picked up yeah.
Caster's Cast. Like I was saying, things look good for Berserkers, not so much now. Kist is off the board, and he's the one doing so much heavy lifting for his team on that entry. Currently 7-5. This round he will be sleeping with the fishes though.
But yeah, this aggression being put back up on the side of Runshock. I think they just slowed down with that aggression a little bit, and that just gave Berserker a bit of breathing momentum. And that is the aggression that we need to see. Patat picking up a double kill for himself in this round, but he's in a very a very confusing position right now, and yeah, Misflick is able to pick him up. But thing is, he's done the damage. He's picked off a 4 versus 3 at sunset. He got a kill. Well done, Misflick. I'm proud of you.
Okay.
But that is unlucky. Nivek picks up a kill for himself, and it's a 4 versus 2. Misflick, he's very happy to get that kill. As I was mocking him earlier on. And yeah, this is not going to be great, as we're going to be seeing that Vlad being pushed up by that drone was just thrown out, so they know exactly where Newek's going to be coming from. Sorry, Vlad is going to be coming from on that Melusi. 2 versus 4. The attackers are split up quite a bit here, not playing together just yet, and it's not going to be the best round for Berserkers, as Misflick, he's taken down, and they knew Vlad was coming from there. 4 versus 1, and there's a 1 tap from Newek. I think missed the first one, but he got the second one, and that is a 4-2 half, the exact same half that we saw last time. So yeah, missing the first 1 tap, but getting the second. So a 2 tap for him, and 2 rounds for Berserkers on that first half. This time they're going to be going onto defense instead of going onto attack. So I'm liking their chances here to actually win this map. But the thing is, we've seen Runshark play aggressive on this attack, and we've seen them do insane things on this attack against Vanguard, picking up a 6-0 half. So definitely going to be interesting to see if Berserkers can keep up with the pace that Runshark are putting down.
I absolutely agree with you there. Runshark White, when they started on the attack on Cafe, my goodness, were they proficient. They were coordinated, they were communicating, everything was just set up so beautifully, and they were working like a well-oiled machine. I agree with you, though. It looks good for Berserkers that they have picked up 2 of the attacking rounds when they were on that half. Now, moving into the second half, given that Oregon is rather defender-sided, and Runshark White have shown us that, as they have won 4 defending rounds, things are looking good for Berserkers right now. I do favor the odds to take this, though I think that Runshark White are going to have to make them... They're going to give them a run for their money.
Most definitely. Both these teams just showing what they can do right now. Berserker showing that they're not out of this fight just yet. They're still alive and kicking. And we're going to be seeing a fairly standard defense come out from the defenders of Berserkers. I do like Kite being played. Oh, that ADS was very close to being taken out. That's never a good thing. And Misflick on this Alda. The Alda is such a great gun. It is just press mouse button 1 and you can just drill someone down very easily. Those 81 bullets in that gun. Blackstone trying to find anyone playing inside of there, but not going to be connecting onto anyone, as no one is even close to that area of the map. And we're going to be seeing a split push, it looks like, from the attackers, Newek and Tat going for this attic area. Whereas, look at the attackers, not a single one of them. But okay, there is one being positioned up in this attic area, and that's going to be the first point of contact for Patat as he pushes right on in.
Oh, okay, yeah. Patat is playing rather aggressively here as he tries to make his ingress into attic. Rich Boy though finds the first kill, and things look good now for Berserkers, as the team that finds the opening pick more than often is the one that wins the round. If Patat and his teammate Nivek here look to favor things more into their side, as they are clearing out lots of utility. You can hear the arch charges going off there, and the Type 89 finds 1, it finds 2. Bass and Bloodrain are on the ground. The aggressiveness coming out here from Runshark White, pushing their way into sight, is met by that shotgun from Rich Boy. He finds 2 before he's finally felled, and he's down. I think they have the info on him, but this flank here coming out from Kist, he finds 1. Will he find the second? He's being shot, and the Claymore is there. It prevents him from making his flank into a full success back onto site. Nivek though is there wrecking havoc on site. He finds another one as Misflick is finally downed. It's up to Kist. He's going against 2, so it's definitely winnable, though they have his number. They are watching these white stairs. No, they are watching the main stairs as he comes up white. Audio cue of the barbed wire will give him away. Surely his gunfire will give him away, and he's found there by It's Patat. A 3K putting it down for Runshark White. Sunset, man, we're talking about the proficiency of these people's attacks. Did you see how they pushed into that attic?
It is very aggressive, and they pick these gunfights, and they know that they can win these gunfights. That's why it's just they're playing with confidence right now, and that's what Berserkers lack right now. They need to get a little bit more confidence and just know that they can win these gunfights. 1 bullet to the head kills the enemy. But Patat shows us exactly how to do that, and fun fact, Newek planted it there. Put a diffuser down. So not only is he good at putting kills down, he's good at putting diffusers down, apparently. And he's putting another round up for Runshark 5-2 right now. The Capcan being switched off onto the Cade. But yes, the attacks from Runshark are really some of the best we've seen from most teams right now. But I don't think it's got anything on ATK just yet. ATK's attacks are just insanely coordinated. They know exactly what they want to do, when they want to do it, how they want to do it, and adapt to if anything happens. ATK is just a cut above the rest right now, a slice above the rest. I don't know what the saying is. I'm not English. But
they are in a league of their own, that is for sure. It's not to be debated at all. And we hope to see them face a lot of stiff competition as we continue with the tournament here. And maybe Runshark White are the ones who are going to put an end to their reign. I don't know. Given how well they're playing, I wouldn't be too surprised if they did finally face off against ATK. Right now, the Berserkers need something of a miracle to bring this back, as they are 3 rounds in the deficit, and they need to make it work here. I want to talk about the Oryx from round number 6. He was playing in Armory up there where a nade was tossed from the attack, but by the time that had happened, he fell down the hatch, picked outside, and then got the kill onto the person who was trying to nade him. And I'm pretty sure that was Nivik. So I think that was a good showing of how to play Oryx. Just up, down, hatches, rotate, give hell the attacking team. This time the hell will be brought yet again from the side of Attic, as it's yet another split push from the side of Runshark White, taking control of this side of the map as Nivik is trying to find that little electroclaw there. He finally finds it, and now his Hibana Utspatat is able to break into this side of the map exactly the same way he did last time. Greedy, however, is on site. He finds one before he's shut down by Misplay. How did he make it all the way? Did he just sneak up White stairs?
I think so. I think that's exactly what he did, and just was able to pick up Rich Boy, who proved to be a very strong player on that attack last time. But I'm not too sure what Baz is doing there. He swings wide on that breach, and he's taken out by Blackstone. That's Blackstone's first kill of the game. That is great to see him. Probably going to be a very big motivation booster there, and confidence booster, sorry, not motivation booster. And a good shot coming onto Blood Drain, but not enough to take down the player. And look at this, it's just an East versus West attack right now. And look at that, the aggression just being put on the board, and Neox shutting down everyone. 6-2, match point and series point here for Runshark. Oof, look at this, just aggression. It's so... They know exactly what to do. The proficiency is insane.
Miss Flick.
Could it be?
My goodness. The aggression coming out on those Runshark attacks is something to be said for sure. They have read Berserkers like a book. They just know where everyone is. They know where all the utility is. They get rid of it, fine. And then they find all the easy kills. Like Greedy, how was he in sight within the first minute? He finds a kill before he's finally killed. How was there such a massive oversight on the side of the Berserkers' defense?
I have no idea. I just think that the gunfire, the walls being open, everything going on just allowed him to probably break through that barbed wire without anyone hearing or noticing him. He did get instantly refragged from Miss Flick, which is good. But the thing is, we need to see more of these refrags, because right now the refrags aren't happening too much. Because Runshark, if we actually look at it, Patat is out-fragging Nivik right now. He's 13-4, Nivik's 12-3, but both of those players are just doing the heavy lifting absolutely. It's absurd seeing those two just run in, kill everyone, picking up the rounds, and Blackstone just getting these plants down. It's very strong.
It is definitely a very strong attack, and I love to see it. Though I would have loved to see Fish playing on the side of Berserkers, because he is also a very massive fragger in his own right. Maybe he would have made things a little bit easier for Berserkers, and I would have loved to see how things play out there. But should have, could have, would have, it's all in the past, and they say hindsight is always in 2020. So it doesn't do us any good to talk about what could have happened. Let's talk about what is happening, and it is a stomping from Runshark White onto Berserkers. They are able to just push. Look at the aggression from Greedy, trying to force his way here into construction. He gets killed, but immediately after there's a refrag on the one who killed him. So evenly 4-4. and they're just forcing their way here. They don't care about utility. They can flash it out all day. They have Zofia. They have Ash. They have more than enough to burn away those shields. Though it looks like they're stalling right now.
It does look like they're stalling right now, but the thing is, stalling doesn't matter because that is actually a great position from the bus as he picks up one, but he's betting it's a 3 versus 2. This is not looking too great for Berserkers. So much time for the attackers to work with, and you still have access to Patat and Niwek still has those breaching charges, and then Patat, there is that little pinch, and it's all down to Blood Rain, 1 for 8. We've seen Blood Rain hit shots. He just needs to seriously step up right now, and I don't know if the fuser going down. He has no C4, and there it is. That's GG. 7-2, 7-2 scoreline coming out from Runshock is their best Berserkers, and they do move on. And the thing is, we have to see who they're going to be versing, because it's either going to be Regicide or whose Regicide was? Or was it Vibin? Regicide versus Vibin.
Yeah.
So it's going to be one of those two teams. So their next game is going to be a tough one.
Absolutely. Though it's not tough for It's Patat and Nivek to get 14 and 13 kills respectively. They were absolutely showing up for their teams there and getting the kills when they needed to. Nivek is just seemingly unstoppable. On attack, he's getting those entries as Ash. On defense, he's running circles around the attackers, and Berserkers just didn't seem to have an answer for him. So a similar scoreline to Cafe, 7-2 on Oregon, and that shuts things off here for the first match. There is a lot more to come, though. We have Omnius Gaming versus Dark Esports scheduled to start at 3 p.m. I'm looking forward to that one. And then much later on, there will be Regicide versus Vibin Esports, which, like you said, is going to determine who Runshock White will be facing as they continue.
And that is definitely going to be a game to look out for. Vibin versus Regicide. Two really great teams. We saw Runshock. I keep saying Runshock. We saw Vibin take out DNMK, which was really good to see. And they're probably going to mix up the scene right now. And Regicide, they almost got bested by Runshock Blue, 8-7 on Clubhouse. So the King Killers do bleed. So it's going to be a tough game for either side. And I'm excited to see what maps they play. I do hope that we see Theme Park, because we've seen Regicide on Theme Park, and they're very strong on the map. And Vibin has a lot up their sleeve, so they can do a lot of work everywhere, basically.
Talking about predictions, you can continue and contribute to this conversation on our Twitter page. Find us at World League Esports, and on our pinned tweet, comment who you think is going to take this tournament in the grand finals. And after the tournament, if you are correct, you will be entered into a draw for a giveaway. We are giving away a mouse mat and a very beautiful t-shirt courtesy of World League Esports. So make sure you get your thoughts in on that conversation. But for now, though, that's it from Sunset and myself. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed so that you keep up with all the action that's continuing to come your way. Omnius Gaming versus Dark Esports is the next one. See you then.
See you guys soon.